Here at saferwholesale.com, what we're going to do here today is assemble a 110cc kids ATV. This is actually a 3050C. We also do have a couple different brands, the Tao, the Coolster. This is the Coolster. Basically, the same rules are going to pretty much apply for all the ATVs, the 110s, the sport and the utility here. So what we're going to do is go over the couple tools that you're going to need. 13, a 10, a 24, and a 13 millimeter wrench. As you can see here in the photo, we also have an impact gun to make the job a little bit simpler and faster. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take it out of the crate, and before we go over the assembly, just want to always make sure that you ride the unit for 30 minutes, change the oil with 10W30, and they do come with oil already in them. First things first, you're going to want to go ahead and set up your battery. So you have your thumbtack and you have your acid there, and what you're going to want to do is tip the acid upside down, make sure it's snug into the top of the battery, and then you're going to sit there and poke holes and let that acid drain down into the battery. And then you're going to want to let that sit for 20 to 30 minutes before you go ahead and put the cap on, which is right here. So we'll just let that sit down. Next, we're going to go ahead and assemble the handlebars. Everything does come intact, as you can see here. You got your handlebars here with your brakes, your throttle. Everything's already good to go. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and set up the handlebars. And the size
10 millimeter
of these bolts are the 10 millimeter. So you're just gonna kind of screw them in there, and then go ahead and grab your socket, your 10 millimeter. Adjust the handlebars like so. Go ahead and tighten the rest of it. And there you have it. There's your handlebars. Next, we are going to put the rear tire on. So one major thing is you always want to have the treads on the tire, arrows facing forward. And there you go. And so we're gonna slip that right on there. You have your washer, your dust cap cover washer, your your castle nut, snug that down. And then we've got our cotter pin. And there you have it. That's the rear tire. Next, we'll go ahead and put on the front tire. Same rule applies. Make sure your treads are facing forward. Now here we've got 3 nuts. And the size of these nuts are 13 millimeter. And there you go. Snug those down really quick. Done. There's your front tire. Okay, so lastly, the racks. You're going to want to go ahead and screw on the racks, as you can see here. And what size are those?
10 millimeter.
These are 10 millimeter as well. Snug those down, very, very simple, very, very easy. And you're gonna wanna do the same thing on the right-hand side here. So now that's nice, snug, and finished. Then the front bumper here. The bottom one. So the bottom one, this goes right in without the nut.
Top one.
The top one is gonna go right there on the front bumper, front portion of the frame. And then we're gonna go ahead and use our socket and our wrench. Tighten that down. Very easy and fast. And sometimes what you're going to need on this side, you're going to have to go ahead and use a just your regular socket without the wrench. You can fit that in there. So there you go. Okay, so now the ATV is basically all assembled. Again, the only thing you're going to have to do now is connect the battery. And so we can take that off here. Battery goes right here. We've got our positive and negative terminal. Red's positive, black is negative, and then here's the fuse. Always make sure the fuse is good to go, otherwise the ATV will never start. Next thing, just to let you know really fast, here is run, this is kill. ATV will never start if it's on kill. Always make sure it's on run. Next, you always need to squeeze the brakes when you're going ahead and starting the ATV. That means putting your foot on the brake there, that's the rear brake. This is the front brake here. And then always make sure your key is in the ignition. And one other thing is the remote start. So you always want to make sure you hit the unlock button, because sometimes if you do hit the lock button, that will actually kill the ATV and it will not start either. So make sure obviously you have gas in it, just regular unleaded gasoline. And that's pretty much it right there as far as starting the unit. There's your key. Turn it to the on position and it's ready to go. That is assembling your ATV at saferwholesale.com. Very, very simple, very, very easy. And again, all the 110s, same rule applies. Sometimes there are some slight variations of assembly. However, it's pretty much the same on all ATVs. So give us a call, saferwholesale.com, 866-606-3991 if you have any questions. We do have a support ticket system if you have any questions also. And we're here 7 days a week. Customer service and parts are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. Again, give us a call right now, 866-606-3991. Very, very easy assembly. And again, saferwholesale.com. Thanks for watching.